What is up, everybody? This is Atticus, the Death Metaler, and for this video, I'm going to be discussing on the musical career suicide of none other than Suicide Silence. Now, if you all do recall, I made a episode on my music review series, the Death Metaler Reviews, on their single Doris. It is down in the description below if you want to check it out. I highly recommend you do before you watch this video. If you've all watched my review on Doris, this is the perfect time to watch this video right here. It is without a doubt that their self-titled release has gotten a lot of piss-poor reviews and a lot of piss-poor criticisms. A lot of people have every right to be upset and dissatisfied with this fifth release. Despite the band making all these videos saying, oh, this is like our greatest work ever, this is our best shit ever, and it's like, we worked hard on this. And then you have one of the members like Alex Lopez going passive aggressive on disgruntled fans that have every fucking right to be disgruntled. And not to mention, I've had friends of mine, after listening to their second single, Silence, saying, hey, Atticus, do another The Death Metal Reviews video on Silence. I'm like, what the fuck is there to review on? It's even worse. I've said what I had to say on Doris, and I don't want to say the same shit as I did on that single. And then I stumbled across their music video called Dying in a Red Room. And, I mean, it was getting good at first with a clean singing, and then it just became really bad. Just, no. Stop, Suicide Silence. Stop it! Ladies and gentlemen, as I have mentioned, this is exactly what you should not do when you change your music style. This is something you should never fucking do. Like, internationally, the band debuted at 98 in Germany and 78 in Australia on the last album, and they debuted around 30 in both countries. And pretty much the album sales continued to decrease across the board, but 4,650 sold for a brand their size is deeply troubling. And yet, what does the frontman Eddie Hermida had to say about this? Now, don't get me wrong, I love Eddie Hermida, and I had very fond memories of meeting Eddie Hermida when he was with All Shall Perish in Mayhem Fest 2011. I hung out with him backstage, and he was one of the coolest people out there. But his recent behavior, especially on defending their fifth release, he's become very vigilant, saying this is probably like his best work. And I say that lightly. So I found this interview that he's done, and it's like, what, Eddie? What is wrong with you? He says he's not very upset in the least. Everything seems to be crumbling into pieces, and that's exactly what is going to make me go harder and push harder and just become a better musician. Really, Eddie, because before you released this garbage heap of a self-titled release, you were a good musician to begin with. You did really awesome on the 4 release of All Shall Perish, and you made a pretty good album with Suicide Silence on You Can't Stop Me. You're a really good musician, and you're saying you need to be a better musician? No, Eddie. Everything that is happening for a reason. I couldn't be happier with the outcome of everything, Hermida says. Really? Like, dropping down to releasing over 4,600 albums on the first week and marking number 163 on the Billboard charts. That sets off some alarm bells. That set off a lot of fucking alarm bells. Hermida continued to stand up for the album, saying, this is the record that we were born to make as a band. Everything that has ever led up to this very moment, I was born to create that record. I was born to sound exactly the way I sound that record. So you were born to make a humongous Ganges River smelling shit of an album? Is that what you were? Eddie, come on, dude. Like, listening to the last 3 tracks off of the self-titled release, like, I couldn't do it. This album, I can't do it. I really cannot do it. I was born to take all the flack. I was born to understand and grow from what happened on this record. Even if you sell 16,000 records and you end up with number 13 on the top 200 Billboard list, you can still feel empty inside if you're not following your heart 100%. It's like, what are you talking about? You understand, Eddie, that what... I just have to understand on what was going through your minds when you were making this album. Were you realizing that, we're sounding really shit or any of this stuff? And just no, Eddie, no. The band's passive-aggressive behavior has gone pretty notorious as of this year. I mean, they went after Thy Art Is Murder, thinking, that they're gonna save deathcore, when deathcore doesn't need any saving to do. It's good the way it is. Now, I understand some people really don't like deathcore. It's not their cup of tea. Most people say it sucks. Well, I do like a good chunk of deathcore bands. I mean, the only 2 deathcore releases that were pretty good this year, Aversion's Crown's Xenocide was pretty damn good. Fit for an Autopsy's upcoming release, The Great Collapse, it's getting pretty good, and there's a lot of people that are really psyched. And not to mention, one of their songs, Heads Hung in Shame or something, they added clean vocals into that song, and it was pretty good. Really orchestrated. If that's what you were trying to sound like, then that was... instead of just acting like a garage band Deftones cover band, then I don't know what to fucking say. I don't understand what to fucking say. I mean, if you want to get a good deathcore album this year, I would recommend just getting Aversion's Crown or Fit for an Autopsy's The Great Collapse, which will come around this week, because I've heard a couple of tracks on the album and it's really good. Really damn good deathcore release coming this year. So, like, I just don't know. As far as I know, and I'm going to repeat myself again, I'm pretty sure that the self-titled release of Suicide Silence is going to be the band's Saint Anger. They're pretty much not going to recover from this humongous failure of an album. I'm just wondering if they're going to be playing any of these new songs and not receive a lot of backlash and a lot of passive aggressive shit coming on stage from Eddie and the other guys and stuff. Just, I don't know what else to fucking say, but hope you learn from this, guys. I hope you fucking learn from this garbage disposal of a album you made. So, I don't know what else to say. Without further ado, ladies and gents, I am Atticus, the Death Metaler. Hope you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Links are in the description below. Keep it metal. Have a wonderful day.